Hey, it's Jake Mace, and I'm here looking at a really cool tree, and it's called a Jabuticaba. Is that how you say it?
I always pronounce it
Jabuticaba or
Jaboticaba.
Say it again.
Jaboticaba.
Jaboticaba. And it's a Brazilian grape, right?
It is essentially, it's a plant that is native to Brazil. One of the unique things about Jaboticaba is that it actually fruits from the stems of the plant rather than on the ends and the tips.
It looks like a fungus or something.
It almost does when it's first coming out, yeah, and it strongly resembles a grape that's growing right out of the stem there. We've got a couple more fruits on another plant in the back. It's a real slow growing plant, so it makes for good potted plant culture. The things to keep in mind about Jaboticaba is that since it is slow growing, if you neglect it too much, it's going to go downhill before you realize it. So you want consistency with Jaboticaba, consistency with moisture, consistent low feeding rate, but they're fairly bulletproof. They don't expand to the point that they take over anything, and as long as you give it consistent care, it's a real nice plant to have. The fruit is real nice. They make a lot of different drinks and ices and that sort of thing out of them.
What does it taste like?
It tastes a lot like a grape.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have an extremely tropical flavor, but it's got a nice fruity sort of floral aroma to it. So it tastes a little bit like a grape.
And do they like a lot of moisture in the roots in our dry climate? Or
They definitely are going to want more moisture than a lot of native plants are. They're going to want consistent moisture too. So as long as you're able to water it once or twice a week on a consistent schedule, the plant will do well for you.
And then heavy mulch to keep that moisture in the root zone.
There's almost nothing that we have here that doesn't like mulch. It really prefers that.
Cool. How about the cold? How does it like? How does it deal with the
since
cold
it's
weather?
native to Brazil, it's going to want some protection from the cold. I wouldn't put this out in an open field.
Okay.
I'd have it someplace where I could bring it in and shelter it a little bit on our coldest nights.
Do you think a shade cloth would be enough for if it was in the ground, or what do you think?
You can probably get away with that. I tend to want to do all of the above in my approaches to these sorts of things.
Yeah.
So I'll grab some Christmas tree lights and string it around.
Oh, okay.
Some of the old-fashioned, I think they're called a C9 bulb. String it around it, and then throw a shade cloth or a frost cloth over the top of it, and that seems to be plenty.
Cool.
But given that our winters have been fairly mild for the last couple of years, I haven't had to protect mine.
Nice.
So